This is my review of the 132 Prismacolor pencil set color pencils, and I'm just going to apologize in advance for the bad lighting, my old video camera, my sinuses and allergies, and the possibility that my cat might jump on this table. So this review is going to cover a couple things. I'm going to talk about the things that I like about this set and Prismacolor pencils in general, and I'm going to talk about some of the complaints that I saw on Amazon. And I did order this Amazon Prime 2-day shipping. This set does come with a plastic wrap that I have already removed, and I have actually gone into the set and removed 2 pencils so I can show you a review of generic pencils and Prismacolor pencils later on in the video. I'm going to turn this around so you can kind of see. There is a warning label on the side that warns you not to eat food or drink while using these pencils. And if you're the type of person that likes to munch while you color, I am. Just might want to be aware of that. You know, I'm probably not going to kill you, but better be safe than sorry. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up so you can kind of see what it looks like inside. Okay. And if this wobbles, I'm sorry. Okay, as you can tell, the pencils are sharpened. One of the complaints on the website was that these pencils used to come individually wrapped and not sharpened. For some reason, this really seemed to bug people. I don't think that downgrades the quality of the pencils any. I personally don't want to sharpen that many pencils. You know, I have a lot better things to do with my time than sit here and sharpen pencils all day long. So I'm very grateful that these are sharpened. I like that about them. Another complaint was that the Prismacolor pencils, the font was unreadable on a lot of the pencils. Now, I'm zooming in here so you can kind of see the font is really rather readable. I'm not having a problem with any of the pencils being illegible. So as you can see, I'm just going to go through this one by one so you can kind of see for yourself. And all the pencils in the set are like this. Like, there is really not a problem, as far as I'm concerned, being able to see any of the font. Black raspberry. Nice. So, you know, that might bother some people. It doesn't really bother me. Even if they were illegible, I would still buy these pencils. I'll go into that later. I'm going to go through this tray by tray so you can see for yourself what you get. Another major complaint was that a lot of these pencils were cracked. And that's not cracks, that's just dust, I think, filaments in the box. None of these pencils, from what I've been able to tell, and I've gone through every single one of them, has been cracked or shattered in any regard. I'm not sure why people experience that. That might be a shipping problem. You know, maybe I just got lucky in shipping. These are just all in great condition. There's no cracks, and again, maybe I just got lucky. And if you do get cracked pencils, maybe return it and try your luck with another set. You know, I'm a big believer in 3 times the charm, so again, no cracks, great quality. And because there's so many trays here, I'm going to start going through one of the other complaints that I witnessed on the website was that these pencils come with a soft core, and people were complaining about the lead, and this might be wobbly again, not being centered within these pencils. As you can tell, the lead seems pretty centered, and I have not gone through all of these, and the ones that I have looked at, you know, there's the occasional one that seems to be not perfectly centered, and the reason people are complaining about this is because when they sharpen them, it's shattering the lead and they're wasting the pencil. And you know, I get that that could be frustrating. I'm not experiencing this problem as of yet because I haven't used them, I haven't had to sharpen them. I've used Prismacolor pencils before and I've not experienced that issue. It could be a sharpener issue that people are having. It could be that quite literally that they're got a fluke pencil that the lead wasn't centered. So again, even if that was the case, this would not stop me from purchasing these pencils. And I say that because they have a lot of great qualities. Not only are they vibrant and rich in hue, they are very easy to color with. If you find, you know, I'm not arthritic and I'm not old, but I can imagine that once I get to that point, well, there's one that's slightly off center, it seems, I would want to still be able to paint and draw and color. And these pencils will probably make it very easy for someone who is older or who finds that they color a lot and becomes tired easily. I color a lot, and my hand starts to hurt after a while, and I had a very bad experience in middle school with coloring and developing a large callus because I colored too much and I hurt my hand. I couldn't color for like a week. I know that's silly, but these pencils really give you the ability to be able to color for long periods of time without wearing yourself out and without giving yourself a large callus. So just consider that when you're looking at these. And this is the last tray here. And again, I pulled 2 pencils from here, so it's not missing, I swear. I have them on the counter next to me. But you get a great wide array of colors, and as you've been able to tell, we've not seen any split pencils, and from the looks of things, very few pencils are not perfectly centered. Again, that would not stop me from purchasing these pencils or the set. So I'm going to go move on to the next point, and I've already discussed it before. This set of pencils makes your life a lot easier if you find that you color a lot. Not only do you get like a great variety, and I put this away kind of haphazardly here, but there's a reason I'm doing that. You get a great variety of these pencils and a lot of different colors. And biggest selling point to me, they're easy to color with. This is a generic color pencil set that my mom purchased for me for Christmas, and she was doing it to be nice. And she doesn't know quite how I feel about generic color pencils. But this is a 50 set, split, obviously. And I've already removed a brown and green version from it, as you can see. And I went through the Prismacolor pencils and I found a brown and green that matched the generic color pencil as closely as possible. And I'd just like to point out that these 2 Prismacolor pencils, if you look at the label, they look darker, but I'm not looking at the label. When I went through the Prismacolor set, I tried to match the leads. And people typically, when they color, I think, look at lead more than label, because the lead specifically is what you want to match, because it usually is what you get on paper. So I tried to match the leads as close as possible, and the Prismacolor pencil lead here looks lighter, less vibrant than this generic color pencil. I'm going to flip it around so you can see the brown. Okay, this is the brown. Again, the Prismacolor pencil is about the same color here as the generic color pencil. It looks darker on the label, but the lead is very similar. And I've already done a lot of scribbling here. See my wonderful, beautiful tree. So this is some scribbling I've done just to show a comparison of the generic color pencil and the Prismacolor pencil. And I will scribble some more. Maybe I'll color this little fern over here so you can see. I'm going to do the stem a light color brown. And let me just show you. I'm using the generic color pencil. A light color brown on the fern. And I'm applying, very hard pressure here. I'm coloring. I'm pressing pretty firmly. Almost hurting my hand, which I hate doing. That's the light color brown. Now I'm going to do the Prismacolor brown right next to it, and I'm going to color off center here. And I'm a lefty, so I apologize. Okay. This is a much less pressure, and look how much darker it is. And it's actually the color of the lead. If you noticed a second ago, that lead is darker than what you actually get. That's the generic pencil. Prismacolor, you get a much deeper, much more vibrant hue, I think, than a generic color pencil. Same thing with the green. I'm going to go ahead and use the generic color pencil to color a little leaf here. I'll just do this top leaf. Looks terrible. Okay. Yeah, I'm pressing really quite hard, and I'm getting just a very light color. Look at the lead compared to the color that you actually get. Don't like that. Prismacolor pencil. Okay. It looked like it was lighter if you remember earlier in the video. I'm going to color this leaf so you can see. I'm going to use a lot lighter pressure than I just used, and look how much darker. And again, it's the color of the lead. And I can press harder and probably get a deeper color here. I can do lighter. Seems to be more solid. I don't know, the generic looks a lot more inconsistent to me. I just think the Prismacolor pencil does a better job. You get more color. It's prettier. It's more vibrant. I like rich, vibrant hues. So, and I also like that you see what you get. You know, that might not be a selling point for some, but and here you can see more of examples where I was using the generic versus the dark. This, again, might not be a good selling point for some, but if you do color a lot, I think it's just really something to consider. I mean, your hand's going to hurt a lot less for longer periods of time. Another thing that I did not discuss while I was coloring, the Prismacolor pencils are blendable. So, you know, they're made purposely so you can blend them with other colors. And I like to use similar colors in hue to blend with because it just blends better to me. And they do make a blender pencil, which I have purchased before. I don't really care for it. I prefer to use other colors in a similar hue to blend. And you can get the blender pencil if you want and blend colors together, but again, I don't like it. It's basically just like a wax crown. Just kind of up to you. And that is pretty much the end of my video. I hope that I covered everything that was complained about. You know, again, I cannot cover the lead breakage issue because I have not sharpened these pencils yet. And again, hopefully this has helped you make a wise purchasing decision. You might want to try the smaller pack if you do not color a lot. You know, I think if you do spend the money on the smaller pack, you're going to think, oh man, I wish I had spent the money on the larger pack and not wasted my money on the smaller pack. But it's kind of up to you. You got to make that decision for yourself. If you color a lot, this might be a great purchase for you. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.